Hello and welcome to this thought for the day. Today's the 31st of July, and two saints are named in our calendar for today: Joseph of Arimathea and St. Ignatius of Loyola. Because time is a bit limited, and because Ignatius will no doubt have much said about him in Jesuit circles as the founder of the Society of Jesus, and by those whose churches carry his patronage, I thought I'd concentrate on Joseph of Arimathea. Although only mentioned in passing, references are found to Joseph in all four Gospels. Here's a snippet from John's Gospel. After these things, Joseph of Arimathea, who was a disciple of Jesus, though a secret one because of his fear of the Jews, asked Pilate to let him take away the body of Jesus. Pilate gave him permission, so he came and removed his body. Nicodemus, who at first had come to Jesus by night, also came, bringing a mixture of myrrh and aloes, weighing about 100 pounds. They took the body of Jesus and wrapped it with the spices in linen cloths, according to the burial custom of the Jews. These references reveal a man who had a great impact on the early Christian community. Mark's Gospel says that he was a respected member of the council, expectantly waiting for the kingdom of God. And with perhaps a tinge of admiration, Mark tells us that Joseph asked Pilate boldly for the body of Jesus. Matthew describes Joseph as a disciple of Jesus. Luke tells us that Joseph was a good and righteous man. And John adds that his discipleship was in secret for fear of the Jews. It seems that in Joseph and Nicodemus, Jesus had friends in high places. The tradition of Joseph's secret discipleship must have begun very early and grasped the imagination of the early Christian community. Of interest to Anglicans, perhaps, are the legends that grew up about Joseph travelling as far afield as Britain. In the wonderful Cornish story that casts Joseph as a tin merchant who came to Cornwall, he was accompanied by his nephew, Jesus. Then there is the tradition that ties Joseph into the legends of King Arthur and the quest for the Holy Grail. If you are a Monty Python fan, you will know only too well their version of the quest for the Holy Grail. God appears to Arthur in an animated vision, commanding him and his knights to take up the quest for the Holy Grail. "Good idea, Lord," is Arthur's reverently obedient response. "Course it's a good idea," replies an indignant lord. See where having friends in high places can lead. And there is a contrast between the respect that Nicodemus and Joseph show for Jesus and the contempt in which Jesus is held by his own townspeople. They thought they had him pegged. They knew his humble family, they knew his lowly trade, they knew where he lived, and they saw him grow up. It's not surprising that their construction of who they saw Jesus as blinded them to the reality and the possibility that lay in believing him and in following him. We are told he could do no mighty works there because of their unbelief. He did his greatest wonders among those whom we would think had the least chance of recognizing him: the sinners, the tax collectors, the poor, sick, and the lame. Among these humble people of faith, he did great wonders, and from them would come his followers, his friends, his church. This makes it even more miraculous that people like Nicodemus and Joseph should come to faith. It was a different faith than that we are used to hearing about in the pages of the New Testament, if you can talk about different forms of faith. We are used to those who follow faithfully, but even in their faithfulness bumble about, trying to be good disciples, but who often miss the point. Peter is the archetypal disciple who is always several steps behind the master. Even these disciples fall away during Jesus' greatest hour of need. All except for the beloved disciple, they abandon Jesus to face his trial in his death, comforted by the women who followed him and assisted by these secret disciples. There is something, I think, that strikes deep into the Christian psyche about those people who come late to the party but come through in the end. Surely we can be encouraged by the witness of Joseph, even if the stories of his life are not quite historical. As I often think when faced with the legends of Christian saints, what sort of person is it that brings forth such stories? I think that to have made such an impact on the history of the Christian Church, truth may well have been stranger than fiction. God bless until next time.